Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 38 of the weekly podcast for the week starting 4th of November 2019. Hey, we're back. We're back in action. We're back with the podcast. I hope you guys are excited. Man, how's your Halloween? I promised that I was gonna do something on Halloween, but I kind of missed it. I was not home. I was not here. I went and did a little bit of traveling around, just around the country, nothing too major. I went to see some friends and stuff that I haven't really seen in a really long time. So, yeah, that's what I did. So this is why there wasn't really any, I don't know, like scary themed podcast or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know, and I didn't even had time to pre-record anything in advance at all because I was super busy with getting all my affairs over here done with, so I can travel for like a week without really caring about anything. But yeah, man, I mean, there were enough stuff on YouTube for you to, I don't know, I guess watch that. I bet you didn't really miss me all that much. Like for example, Goo Grumps did. I don't know if you watch the Game Grumps, but I watched the Game Grumps, and I think I've said it a few times already. But yeah, Goo Grumps happened. They played a game that I've already watched Tom and Simon from the Oxcast play, Men of Medan. So I didn't really watch that, but I watched them play the start of the Blair Witch game, and after that I actually watched Scary Game Squad just complete the game. It's not a really long game, so yeah, that was a cool game, man. I did enjoy watching it. After I went and watched like all the endings, because the ending that they get was let's just say one of the endings. I don't want to spoil it. If you do really want to watch it, just go ahead, go to JC Cox's channel, and you can see it there. But yeah, man, and now Halloween's over. The spooky, scary skeletons are back in the closet for like another week, for another year even. And man, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, because over here we don't really have any other major holidays. Like 2 days ago, we had like a national holiday. But that was it really, and it's not like we have a tradition on doing something, or it's something really special. It's just it's a bank holiday, so no work and stuff. So that was a thing. But man, I don't know. I don't know. It's like people have started just decorating for Christmas these days, and it's like it's 2 months away, sort of a thing, isn't it? It's super early to be in the Christmas period, but all of like the shops over here, the supermarkets and stuff, they all have like the Christmas balls and stars dangling. I'm yet to see a Christmas tree, that's for sure. But man, I don't know. It's too early, man. How I feel it's not. You're not ready to, I'm not ready, at least me myself, I am not ready to get into the Christmas spirit. If it was like more at the end of November, the start of December, then yes, I am kind of okay with it. We have like a Christmas bazaars sort of thing, like German style bazaars, shops that do open usually in the town center. And we have like German treats and like Stollens. They sell churros. They sell a lot of stuff, and it's like, dude, it's kind of cool because everyone's there, and it's like, yo, let's get crazy and stuff. And it's amazing, man. I do love my Christmas. Christmas is like possibly like my favorite holiday of all the holidays out there. But it's too early, man. It's too early for Christmas, and it feels like every year, especially over here where we don't really celebrate Halloween. It feels like every year it starts sooner and sooner and sooner, and I bet you bet you next year we're gonna have like Christmas decorations before, yeah, even before Halloween probably, which is crazy. Which is crazy how you preparing for a holiday for like 2 months in advance, man. I know it's like the last holiday of the year and it's like a big deal sort of a thing, but it's too much. Okay, it's too much. It If you get into the Christmas spirit at the start of November, by the time it is Christmas, you would have been all Christmased out, you know. But dude, anyway, did you watch the UFC? Oh man, the UFC, dude, the UFC 244, it was something. It was really something. I have it out over here. Uh, just so I don't miss something, but man, the UFC started out pretty strong with an upset in the not the early prelims, but in the prelims we had a giant upset. Our boy Johnny Walker, everyone's kind of favorite up and coming UFC star, got destroyed by Corey Anderson. Like first round destroyed by him. I've never seen him like that, man. I've never seen that guy just flop like that. Cause he's a tall dude as well, Johnny Walker, and he just fell. And he couldn't even get conscious for like the longest time, man. It was something to behold because he was everyone's favorite, dude. Everyone's just saying, "Yo, Johnny Walker, he's gonna be a champion. You know, he's like the best guy and whatever." I think this was his first appearance in a UFC night that wasn't in a UFC like a main UFC event, even though he wasn't in the main card. He usually fights in like fight nights, doesn't he? So yeah, I mean the thing is, a lot of people got discouraged by being fans of him after this was because he wasn't undefeated anymore. But the thing is, he's young, man. He's like 27 years old. He can bounce right back, and I do believe that he has a lot of time in his career still, and he can be a champion. Like he does show that he has the potential of being a champion one day. It's just not this time around, I guess. I mean, if he actually did manage to beat Corey Anderson, I bet you that next time we would see him, it would have been on like a main event card, not a main event card, but like a main card, you know, UFC main card. But yeah, that shut him down. Sadly, that is not gonna happen. But Johnny Walker, a great dude, and he I don't know, man. He should go back working on it. But I feel like he could be a contender at some point in his career, man. He has the skills. Oh, coffee is great. Coffee. Man, it's not cold here. I would love to enjoy some mint tea with honey, but it's not cold, dude. It was when I came back home. It was pretty cold for like 2 days, and then right now it's like 20 degrees outside. It's like dude, I even have my window open, so if there is like any background noises, it's my window being open. That's why. But dude, yeah, main event card. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kevin Lee returning to the octagon with a pretty monstrous KO on Gispelli. I cannot pronounce his name. On Grigor, let's say like that. But yeah, man, Kevin Lee, he's back and he's here to take names again, I guess. I don't know. He's back. He's here. Derrick Lewis versus my boy Bogo Ivanov is a fight where, I mean, I'm biased. You know, I am biased. I'm not a referee. That's for sure. I'm not in the commission of like choosing, you know, who wins and who not. But And I am also biased. I am also really biased in this match because Bogoy Ivanov is a dude from my country, right? We're both from the same country. I am rooting for him. I do want him to succeed in the UFC because he is like the only Bulgarian in the UFC, you know, and I do want him to succeed. And I feel like he was robbed. Like, I honestly feel like he was robbed because he was the more active dude. You know, he did ate a bunch of punches and stuff. He did ate a lot of damage, but he had two submission attempts. He had a bunch of takedowns. I mean, I can probably even see him if I click. Here we have. So yeah, total strikes. He beats him on that. He has 83, whilst Derrick Lewis has just 69. Hehe, 69. You know, you get it. But yeah, man, and Lewis landed 32 of those, whilst Bogoy landed 61 of those. Then I guess in the significant strikes, Derrick Lewis beats him because he has like 31. You know, Ivanov has 20, which I get it. You know, significant strikes are more significant than total strikes. I do understand that. But then, you know, we see takedowns, and we have, Derrick Lewis having just 33% success rate. He's taken one attempt chance versus one of three. You know, he made possible, while Bogoy made 6 and he took 3 of them. You know, so I think in like the submissions, and it just felt like Bogoy did more than Derrick Lewis. I think even Derrick Lewis was stated that he was surprised that he was actually the winner as well at the end. Yeah, man. I mean, but that's what it is, man. When you cannot finish the fight, even if you feel like you're winning, if you can't really finish the fight, you don't really know what the judges see. That's the main problem, man. You don't really know how the judges are going to score it. A lot of people, a lot of my countrymen that were watching the fight with me, they were like, oh, well, it's because Derrick Lewis is American, and they were rooting for the American dude to win, sort of a thing. And I mean, I don't know. It's probably not that. You know, maybe it played some kind of effect on it, because if I was a judge, I know if I'm like rooting for Bogo, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna score this fight for Bogo. But the thing is, I don't know, it feels like even if I leave all of that behind, like I just watched as a fight, it's still it's a biased opinion. I'm not gonna lie, but it's still, I feel like Bogoy did more. You know, it felt like he did more to. Oh man, to just, he was the more active guy. That's what it was. Derrick Lewis was constantly just looking for a break. He was running, he was breathing, and he wasn't just he was just waiting for Bogoy to do something so that maybe he can strike back or whatever. I don't know. I felt like they robbed Bogoy from a win over there. You know, I'm not saying anything bad about Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis was an amazing fighter, and to be honest, I was expecting him to actually knock out Bogoy, but he didn't do it. And actually, Bogoy did a really fucking good job of fighting Derrick Lewis, man. He did it, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It kind of is what it is. When you leave it up to the judges, it is what it is, really. You know. Next match we have Stephen Thompson versus Vincente Lique, which was, it was just Thompson displaying his skills, really. Vicente didn't do much. He was just there to take punches. You know, he did throw some back. Like, it wasn't just him being a punching bag or whatever. He did throw some back, but I don't know. It was just Thompson displaying that he was actually still in the game after getting knocked out by Showtime Perez. But yeah, man, I don't know. That fight. It could have been a little bit more interesting. It would have been better for Thompson if he was able to actually get not a decision win, but he did everything he could though. Like Vicente took so many punches, man. He took so much punishment, and it was like I'm still gonna sit in front of you and fight, sort of a thing. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, sort of thing. Now the next match, oh man, I don't know. The next match I kind of missed because at that point I was kind of doing some other stuff because we were sort of partying, and we had other people who weren't really interested in the UFC that much, and so we were talking a little bit more and we're doing this and that. But for what I did saw from the match, Darren Till won it, I guess. Like I don't know, because the match that I'm talking about is Kelvin Gastelum versus Darren Till. Yeah, it was a decision victory. I think Till was the more active one, but again, I was kind of up doing other stuff, and I didn't really watch that match too much. I was throwing an eye on it every now and then, but I didn't see much of the match, so I don't remember. I can't really comment on it, but what I've heard from like the people that were actually watching it, they said, yeah, I mean, Till did won the match. It wasn't really too close or whatever. And now we go to the main event, the drama that it was. Jorge, I always call him George. Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. Dude, the drama that happened over there, it was insane. It was insane, man. So first of all, we had 3 rounds. Just Masvidal just destroyed Diaz. I was not expecting that at all. Especially like the beginning, like the first like 5 seconds of the match, where Masvidal jokingly started running towards Nate so he can do his flying knee thing, and then he just laughed at him and stopped. That was quality. That was quality memes right there. That was just the best meme you could think of. I know a lot of people, a lot of fighters essentially came out and said that Masvidal has like he's not like a great person in IRL, sort of a thing. His persona is kind of bad, and he's not a good dude to be friends with or whatever. But I don't know, man. I kind of he's like a showman, really. I kind of do enjoy the subtle meme jokes that he makes when he's in the octagon. So yeah, I'm becoming more and more of a fan of his, really. But yeah, man. About the match, what can I say? Like, Masvidal destroyed Nate Diaz. Like, this was not the Nate Diaz that we were really known for, and a lot of people were like, yeah, but he was gonna pick it up in like the 4th and 5th round and stuff. And I think that is like if that's your game plan, that is like a bad game plan, really, to be honest. What, you're gonna give the guy 3 rounds to punch you in the fucking head, for like 15 minutes? You're gonna just take shots and you're not gonna do much, and then you're gonna start doing it in like the 4th and 5th round. Like, what is this? Are you a YouTuber doing a challenge or something? The no punch challenge for the first 3 rounds of the match? Is that what you're doing? I remember Ricky J Sports was doing that at one point when he was playing the UFC. He was like doing the I don't know, he did a lot of challenges. I think one of them was the first round, but I think he just did it for the first round. Like, first round, no punch throws or whatever, no hits. you're not hitting, you're just like running away as much as you can. Um, but yeah, man, like I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people are like, why was this match stopped? It should have been stopped and stuff. And things, I'm not a doctor myself, and I would have loved to watch it till the end. But the thing is, if Dana White is right and he really was like that badly damaged after he saw him in like the behind the scenes in the walker rooms, then yeah, probably the judge would did a good thing by stopping it, because the thing is the judge is sort of liable for you, like if something actually serious happens to a fighter, the judge is liable for it, I mean, I don't think he's gonna go to jail if a fighter dies or whatever, but the doctor sort of gets hit by a penalty, and it's like a bad book, like a bad dot in his resume, that is like he was on that fight and a fighter died. What kind of a doctor are you, sort of thing. So yeah, I can understand the doctor taking precautions. Not that much because of like the fighter, but for himself. So yeah, man, that's the thing. And I don't know, whatever Joe Rogan was saying, he was like, oh, you have to know the fighters more if you're in the sport, and you have to know essentially he was trying to say you can't stop an Nate Diaz fight, no matter how badly damaged he is. You gotta know the fighter, and you gotta not stop the fight, sort of a thing. But I mean, why is that? Like, why is that? Why isn't for every fighter being equal? Why isn't it? Why should you make an exception for like Nate Diaz sort of thing? Every fighter should be equal. Is what I'm trying to say. And I think Joe Rogan. I mean, I get it. Joe Rogan just wanted the fight. He wanted to see the fight, and he wanted to be something more, something better than this like anticlimactic thing that happened, because it was like they were gonna start fighting, the round was gonna start, and it was like no, the doctor calls it off actually, and it was like, what? But yeah, man, it was what it was. It was a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty disappointed by how it ended, but I think Masvidal did the best. I mean, not the best, but did enough in that fight to just, because Nate Diaz was saying like, oh, my cardio was gonna kick in and I was gonna be more active in the fourth and the fifth round, sort of a thing. But the thing is, Masvidal didn't show that he was tired. Masvidal has a great cardio these days as well, and he didn't show that he was actually getting tired by punching Nate in the face all over again. It's just, I don't know, man. Another thing that you should consider, like, how much was Nate gonna be able to fight after taking so many shots, and he has already been fighting for 3 rounds, and Masvidal didn't had a scratch on him, and he wasn't tired too, so they were both athletes after like a 3 fight match, and just Diaz would have taken some more shots and stuff. I mean, if you remember Dana White in the interview, in the post interview, he was like saying that his eyebrow was just hanging off by a little bit of skin, and he had a giant gouge underneath that same eye. Um, he's gonna need apparently some plastic surgery or whatever to get that fixed. So yeah, it was bad enough. It was bad enough to call the fight. Um, I don't know, man. I know that there have been fights where people have looked a lot more damaged than Diaz, and they still kept them going, sort of a thing. But yeah, man, it's hard. It definitely is like a hard decision to do when it comes to something of this magnitude. So many people are watching this. The baddest motherfucker. Title was on the line, sort of a thing. I mean, it's so funny that they actually that they actually made the belt for that. And the Rock came to give it to the winner, sort of thing. Like that was just, it was just too much, man. It was like a circus show more than anything, you know. It was weird that they actually were like, yeah, we're gonna actually do that, we're gonna do. And the funniest thing is you can pre-order it. And you can get it for yourself as well, a replica of it. Like, oh man. I know merchandise is a thing, but it's too much. It's too much, but yeah, man, I don't really have much to talk about this week. I don't. I have been just traveling, as I said. I've had copious amounts of alcohol, and I also fucked up my shoulder. I can't do chest exercise right now. I can't. I did start working out like yesterday again. I tried to do a bench press. I couldn't. Like just the bar putting pressure on my shoulder is bad, and it's like a weird injury because I was sleeping at a car, and I was like sleeping at a weird angle in a car, and I just felt my shoulder just cracking a little bit, and it really hurted. The pain is less now. The pain is a little bit less now, but man, I don't know. I'm probably gonna give it a little bit of a rest as well. I did do like a back workout. I started doing the deadlifts again. I'm done with the like the cutting phase, where I wasn't really doing deadlifts. I was just doing more for like definition type of workout for pretty much anything, and I've started lifting heavy again. My deadlift is not that bad. I was pulling 120 kgs, which is, I don't know, about 300 pounds, I guess. Is it 300 pounds? I guess it's like 200 something, really. Couldn't tell you how much 120 kgs to lbs. 120 kgs is 264 pounds. Yeah, that's what I was pulling. I went to like 100 kg right now. I have lost some power, but I've also lost some mass, because I was cutting and I wanted to look to have a six pack for the summer, sort of thing. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if my shoulder would get better. It feels like it is a little bit better than when it initially happened. But as I said, I did try to just with the bar to do like a bench press, and I felt it immediately, just putting pressure on my shoulder. I couldn't do it, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave it for like a week at least to like get back to normal. So yeah, my workout this week is gonna be back, which I already did, legs and arms, and that's gonna be it. I mean, it's like a weird. I don't know. It's a weird way my shoulder hurts, because I did try to do just some testing on some shoulder exercises, and even something like the shoulder press did not hurt. It did not hurt my shoulder at all. So the fact that the bench press actually hurts is like a little bit weird. But yeah, man, I guess it is what it is. I'm just gonna be careful. I'm not gonna put too much stress on it, so that I can actually recover and get back into the swing of things. Because it's bulking season, and you gotta bulk up, gotta get big. Eat big, get big. Oh man, I don't get it. But I have started putting on some pounds, which is kind of, I mean, I don't know if it is me putting up pounds that from working out, doing like the strength exercises, or is it just me for a week going out and eating bad food and stuff? I mean, when I got back from Halloween, I ate a bunch of like jelly, not jelly beans, but like those jelly candy sort of a thing, gummy bears and gummy stuff. Just you know what I mean. There was like this mega pack at Haribo, and I just wanted to treat myself, so I just bought them and I just ate a bunch of them, and I was disgusting the whole day. But I just wanted to chill, man. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, I don't really have much to talk about. I haven't really followed. I know there is like a lot of drama with Blizzard and BlizzCon and whatever. I don't know if I really want to talk about that really. Um, there a lot of stuff did happen. Like Ubisoft, right? Ubisoft have canceled so many of their games or just delayed them, and they don't know when it's gonna happen. And it's like their predictions for their profits have fallen from to like 4% of their initial 100% prediction that they were gonna have. So I don't know. Is it a good year for Ubisoft? Looks like not. But anyway, I've almost finished my coffee. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, it's a little bit shorter than usual. Also, I'm sorry that I don't know. It's just that I missed like a week. So yeah, I'm sorry about that as well. Podcast should be on the regular. If something happens, go follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know over there. Also, what else? Dislike the video. You know what to do. Hope you enjoyed. Comments down below. You can always do that. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna see you next week as well.